FBC Durant podcast. I'm Garrett.
And I am Sarah. And December is Missions Month at FBC, so we're going to be going through and looking at some of the local missions partnerships that we have here at FBC Durant. And today we will be highlighting the Pregnancy Center of Bryan County and getting to know Hannah and Pattye. So let's just go ahead and jump into that. If you guys would like to share a little bit about your stories, faith, life, and just kind of what led you to your current position at the Pregnancy Center.
You go first, you want me to?
I'm Pattye, and I grew up a Christian from the age of 9. My dad was a Southern Baptist minister. My career was in banking and helping Native Americans create housing projects on their tribal reservations. And I retired in 2008 and spent time with my sweet husband. And in 2021, he passed away. And I had known Hannah and Dustin for several years. We'd gone to church together before. And I moved here to be closer to kids. And she said, "How about volunteering?"
There it is.
Volunteer one day a week. Sounds like a plan.
Do that.
And it's turned into, now I'm on staff as a client advocate. I work with the clients every day. And I had a fantastic career. But this is the most rewarding thing I've ever done. God has blessed me so much. And I wondered why he was making me move to Durant. And I feel like that this was a big part of it, was to be a part of this mission and work side by side with Hannah and help young mothers that meet some struggles every day, don't know what to expect, are scared. And I've just never loved anything like I love this.
That's incredible.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I am Hannah Searles. My husband is Dustin Searles. He's one of the pastors on staff here at the church. We came to Durant about 5 years ago again. So we started off at Durant going to college, moved to Tishomingo for 9.5 years, and then made our way back over here. Pattye and I went to church together over in Tish, so that's how we got to know each other. Dustin and I have 4 beautiful kids. So he started at the church in May, I believe, and then shortly after he got settled in, Sandy Hammock, one of our staff members, came to me and she was like, "Hey, I think you should consider this position." And at the time, I was staying home with our 3rd child. No plans of going back to work until she was in school. And then Gary, our pastor, came to me and said, "Have you thought about this position?" And I was like, "Okay, Lord, I think you're saying something to me here." So Dustin and I began praying about that. And we just felt like if the doors opened for that, then that was where we should be. And it really just fell into place immediately. More than anything I've ever encountered, it was just laid out by the Lord. And that was not what I thought I would be doing in that moment, but he knew better than I did, obviously. Cool. So that's how I made it into that position there, and it's been a whirlwind and an incredible blessing, and we have new adventures every day. Yeah. So fun. But we are just amazed with the support we have, the love we have from our community and our surrounding churches, our clients that we get to become like family with, and that's what it's about, walking with them through their situations that they may be facing. Yeah. So,
Very cool.
That's how we got there.
That's incredible. As you were talking and thinking, well, just the title, I was thinking of pregnancy. Pregnancy, I think of every time Tawny's told us we're pregnant, like the feelings are so high, and it's like it can be such an ecstatic, exciting, sweet moment, but it could also be chaotic and scary. And even sometimes when it's sweet and exciting, it's still a little
Oh, yeah.
scary.
Chaotic. Scary.
Exactly.
All 4 times. I was a little scared.
So the presence of the pregnancy center here in Bryan County, what ways when people get that news and it is chaotic and scary and they're in a situation not sure what to do at all or what they want to do, or in what ways do you guys serve our community in that way?
Well, there's many things that we do. We will do a pregnancy test so they can have a confirmation of pregnancy to know for sure that they are pregnant. And then we also have sonograms that we can do. And, sometimes even when we have abortion-minded clients that come in, many times when they see that baby in that ultrasound and hear that heartbeat, their minds will change, and we hope that we can be just a small vessel in this process, and we want to be able to walk with them through the journey that they're going through, if they're scared, if they're happy, whatever phase of life that they're going through. And as they do that, we've got classes that they can take on what to expect. What is my body doing? And we have one that I always think it's comical, and I tell all my daddies, it's called Emotions of Pregnancy. And I always tell my dads, this one is for you.
Yeah.
Because now you'll understand why when she chops your head off, why, and that she really doesn't mean it. So, we go through these different phases of pregnancy with them. And then after the baby's born, what to expect. What is a 0 to 3 month old baby supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Postpartum, that's very important. But we just walk with them. And then as they take these classes, they earn points. And we have a whole mommy market, and this will get, when we get a little farther into, what our community can do for us, we have clothes and diapers and bottles and bibs and wipes and anything that they need to take care of these sweet angels of God. They can use their points, because we don't want our young parents to struggle and make a decision, do I pay my rent or do I buy diapers for my baby? So we walk that way with them.
Yeah, absolutely. We feel like we want them to know that they have a choice, they have help. They're at the pregnancy center, that they're not alone, because a lot of our clients come in scared, upset. This was not the plan. It was unexpected.
Yeah.
And so we want to be able to fill that gap for them, let them know that they've got somebody in their corner fighting for them, making a positive impact on them, just being there for them when they may not have any other support, or they don't have the financial support that they need, or that they just have some emotional, mental, physical need, that we can be a part of that, bridge that gap, and help them to feel capable of taking care of their families. We just want to love on them. We love our clients.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. We have several clients that have nobody.
Right.
We are what they have. And they look forward to coming in every week because we just love on them. And God has blessed us with these wonderfully Christian ladies that just want to love on them, help them, talk to them as long as they need somebody to talk to them, and just, be whatever it is they need us to be at that moment in their life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can imagine how much of a safe haven that would be. I think of like the first time we got pregnant, the fear was the unknown, like the questions you have and how things are going to go, and leading up to the birth itself and after. But I was looking for answers, and we were set on obviously having him and excited, but like the stuff you're answering for these folks is should be so encouraging and welcome place, because I was asking, friends and family and stuff. It's just a wild time. So
yeah, it does.
Really
I think about like a lot lately about just like idea that it like takes a village, you know? And I really do think that's been very true in my life with my 2 kids. And, you know, just not, I mean, like, I have 2 kids who are pretty close in age, and I lost my dad in between my first and my second, and I had postpartum depression with Heath, so I feel like I just went through like a lot of hard things like back to back to back, because I got pregnant with Heath and I was really sick, and then I had him and I had postpartum depression, and then my dad suddenly died, and then I got pregnant again, and then I was scared that I was going to have postpartum depression again, and I think about this and I think about how grateful I am to have been surrounded by so many people who love the Lord and by such a great support system. And I am very encouraged that you all are providing that for people who maybe don't have that at home, or awesome. Don't have family who live close, or don't have family that are supportive at all. And so I'm just encouraged by the work that y'all are doing over there, because I know what a tough time it can be, or you know, I don't even know the depths of that, but I know that it's a very touchy time in a woman's life, like lots of feelings, and it can be very scary. So I'm very encouraged by you guys.
Yeah, so many challenges to navigate through.
Yes.
And unsupported, that feels very lonely
and
desperate.
I can imagine.
Like, you can imagine. And there's so many different variables, you know, with these girls. So many difficult situations that have come through. We see new ones every day, you know, things that you wouldn't have imagined, but we get to say, we're here for you, and we're not going to leave your side, and we're going to walk with you through this. So we do classes from basically conception all the way up to toddlerhood, and then we also have some parenting classes and things on from that point that they can continue doing. So sometimes we'll have a lady for 3 or 4 years, and then she'll have another one, and we'll have her for 10 years, and it's great. And we've been around for 25 years now. It's our 25th anniversary this year. And now we're seeing generations. So we're seeing moms coming in with their kids that are having babies, and bringing them in, and they're like, we came to you 22 years ago, or
That's so
it's
amazing.
Really cool to see. But
that's cool. Well, it's easy to see how passionate you both are. I mean, I can see as you're talking, you've got faces in your mind almost, like in situations in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
I can almost see it from here. It's wild.
Exactly.
But there's even more underneath all of that as to why you do it. And, I mean, your mission partnership, that's the reason we're kind of getting to focus and highlight that today. But you explained your faith as well. So what is it about your faith and what you understand about God and who He is and what He says about children, the unborn, that encourages you to do this work? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, the scriptures say that the Lord knit us together in our mother's womb. We are precious from the very moment that we are formed. And God calls us to take care of those who can't defend themselves, those who are weak, those who are weary, those who are heavy laden, and we want to be able to do that, and we see that so much, in this ministry. Those that just have those needs, and God calls us to love people, to love and give love abundantly, and. It's cool because I'm an Enneagram too. I love to love people.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is my favorite part of the job, is getting to step in and do what the Lord has called us to make disciples. We get to share a love of Jesus with them, but first, usually it's a touchy situation. Yeah. So first we try to build that relationship with them and show them the love of Christ through what we are doing at the center.
We every morning before we start our day, we do a short devotion and pray for various people, and a lot of times our clients that are going through struggling times. And I think that gives us the strength and to do what we do. And, we'll ask our clients, is there something we can pray for? And many times, they'll have something, and we'll stop whatever we're doing and pray with our clients if they would like for us to. And I think that this is a true mission, and it is a ministry. I never thought I would be involved in anything like this, and I would not change my life right now for anything, because I feel like that God has put all of us, and not just me and Hannah, but the other ladies that are at the pregnancy center. He has put all of us in each other's lives and at the pregnancy center, because these young mothers and daddies, it's we even have daddies that come in by themselves and take classes to be a better father.
Yeah.
And God's put us in that position, and I love him and am so grateful for him doing that.
We have a really great staff. I'll just
we do.
expound on that a little bit. And I feel like the Lord provides for us every step of the way, in every need that we have staff-wise. We have 9 on staff. We're all part-time, basically. But gosh, those ladies, they love Jesus and they love people.
Yeah.
And it makes it just amazing to see the work that they do, the hearts that they just pour out to our clients every day. So.
That's awesome.
I really like, one of the things I really like about the pregnancy center is the commitment to going through the whole spectrum with them. It's not just advocating for the unborn. It is, but it's all a part of that. Like it's going through the pregnancy and then postpartum, like you said, and all of the classes, like really equipping people to love their children and to disciple their children, and different things like that, like in an indirect way and also in a direct way by sharing the gospel with clients. I know you said it's a touchy subject, but I know that you all do that whenever presented the opportunity, and so that's really encouraging. And then y'all have talked a little bit about the mommy market and some other things like that. What are some ways a member at FBC Durant, or anyone listening to the podcast really, could help the pregnancy center, help to support you guys in the mission that y'all are trying to accomplish?
Sorry, go ahead, Pattye.
We've got 3 main areas I think that our members and anyone watching the podcast can help us. The first one is to volunteer. We have several volunteers. How many do we have right now? Do you know?
I think there are 13 total.
13 volunteers that come in from anywhere from an hour to all day and help out in any way that they can. Washing clothes. Everything that's donated to us is washed and cleaned and looked at to see if it's good enough to put in the mommy market for these sweet parents. And then the second way is by donating, and you can do that with the link that they're going to have at the end of this, donating, because everything we do is done through donations. You can donate items, you can donate money, you can donate your time. Hannah will probably go into this all a little bit deeper, but I think the most important one for me is that everyone at our church can do, and anyone listening, is pray. Pray for these sweet mothers. Pray for us that we can be a light for God and that we can say and do what He wants us to say and do.
Absolutely, for sure. I would say that on the volunteer opportunities, we also have special projects volunteers. I know a lot of people work, 9 to 5 jobs, and that's when we're open. But we have some projects throughout the year that might happen on a Saturday or something, and so we could get you on that kind of volunteer list. When we decorate for banquet and do things like that. We are a nonprofit organization, so all of our money comes from our supporters and grants. So that's how we run. Like, it's on the generosity of people. And we have such a wonderful and generous community that has supported us for 25 years and kept us running. But that is a need that is growing. We last year served 316 individual clients. This year already, and we haven't finished out December yet, we have served 386 clients. So that's the biggest jump so far we've seen recently, but it's growing and it's a need, and with that we have to have funds to support that. So that's always a big need there. Churches can come together as a church body and support in that way. We've had churches do special projects for us, like work projects and things like that. Businesses as well. We have some business community partners that come in and have done projects and done like diaper drives. And one of our sweet partners does a Christmas tree and puts the little needs on it, and so that their clients get to come take a thing and bring in donations, wipes and bottles and things like that. So.
I was going to ask real quick on that, and this may not be relevant, but as far as donations, is there stuff that you guys lean more towards needing? Like, we need more of this usually, or does it just kind of fluctuate throughout the year?
Fluctuates a little bit, but we always need wipes, always.
Okay.
If you're a parent, you know how many wipes you go through.
Yep.
We've been fairly set on diapers, but the bigger sizes is what we usually lack, because everybody always thinks
Of
babies,
course,
they need size 1, so we have 100 boxes of size 1s, but those bigger babies, because we go through toddlerhood, 5, 6, 7s, those are usually what we need in that way. What else can you think of? Clothes, yeah.
We can always use clothes. We just needed some winter stuff, so we got some newer winter stuff that we were running short of.
Okay.
Always can use breast pumps,
diaper creams,
lotions,
So,
baby
hey, I'm
wash.
about to bring y'all a load of stuff. I've got breast pumps. I've got winter clothes.
It's very helpful, and our clothing goes through 24 months. That's the largest in clothing that we have. But like toys, like bouncers that they can sit on, play mats, that kind of stuff that people just absolutely don't have the money for. But their baby still needs that tummy time and be on those mats. So all those kinds of things, when you think about it, bibs, socks.
Formula.
Socks is a biggie.
One. Yeah.
Socks is a biggie. We go through lots of socks.
Babies
and right
lose
now,
socks all the time.
They get eaten by the washers, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
Right, they do.
Even our socks, even big socks.
and like right now, this time of year, mittens.
Okay.
For their little hands. Their hands are cold. We don't have many coats for little ones. So anything like that.
Okay. Thank you.
There's
more
all
practical,
sorts
just
of
more
stuff
practical.
that goes
steps.
into. You gotta have a lot of stuff for babies.
Yes, you do.
It's a lot. So we're happy to be able to assist in that way, and meet those needs. So.
And it's out there. Bring it in. Bring all your stuff, because that time goes so fast. So you
It
always have
does.
extras, and it's always fairly new when you.
And you guys were preparing for Christmas. You can do a little clean out
There you
of
go.
your closet.
Hey, I'm doing it. I'm telling y'all, I'll be seeing y'all in the next 2 weeks. Y'all are gonna see me.
Okay.
Love it.
We'll be ready.
This is something I was thinking as you were talking, and take your time on this if you need to. And you said, both of you kind of mentioned that this was not necessarily in your plans. What do you feel like you've learned, or what has God taught you through your time in the pregnancy center? Just the experiences you've had, the moments you've spent with people, and your own walk with Him. Like, is there something you feel like He's encouraged you with?
I don't know if it's because I'm older, but I feel like I notice more when God's telling me this is what you're supposed to do.
Wow.
And from every step, from the point of my husband passing away to my son, because we'd had a bad car accident, and I was in a wheelchair, and my son said, Mom, I need you to move a little closer. And I put my house on the market, and it sold less than 24 hours. And it's like, okay, God, I got it. Then I came here, and Hannah made the phone call. And I feel like that I've learned to stop and listen.
Yeah.
stop and listen to what God is saying to me in His words, in Gary's messages. And it's teaching me to stop and hear what these young mothers are saying, that the words aren't exactly coming out of their mouths, but listening to how they're saying it and what they're saying it to know what they need and what kind of love we can show them.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's what it's taught me.
I think I've learned that I don't always know the plan.
Yeah.
I don't have my best plan, maybe, in mind when I'm thinking of things, that He knows better than I do. And to trust that.
Yeah.
And that's hard sometimes. Just the unknown of trusting something like you're very unsure of. I mean, it kind of shifted our lives because we were planning on me staying home. But goodness, it's been such a growth and learning experience. And just learning about the needs of people. You may not see it on a surface level, but when we get to have these relationships with these families, you wouldn't believe what people are struggling with.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you more gracious in a way, seeing people out and about. If they're having a bad day, it may be because they're struggling really hard with something.
That's awesome.
I also had a little growth in that I had an unexpected pregnancy after I started working there. Patty went through
Our sweet little Lucy Joe.
Oh, so we were not planning on having another one, but the Lord has other plans. And honestly, I think it's made me more aware of what these girls are going through, Thankfully, I have support. But I was upset that this was not my plan.
Wow.
And we were excited, but also like it's turned our whole world upside down. We are severely outnumbered.
Yeah, what in the world?
And I didn't know how we were going to do it, but the Lord has provision in that. And just kind of seeing our clients through those eyes has given me a little bit better of an understanding, just a glimpse, and to have some compassion, in that way. And we love our Lucy Jo. She is exactly what we needed, and just the Lord knows. He knows better than we do. That kind of comes back around to, what I was saying, just to trust in Him that He has that better plan in mind for us sometimes.
That's so cool. What a unique perspective that last go around with her. That's crazy in your position.
That one was wild.
Yeah, that'll build your empathy quickly because you're like, oh.
I felt like I was already struggling, but the Lord, He knows. He knows what we can handle, and He gives us strength through that.
Yes.
So it's been cool.
So you guys referenced earlier, you have clients that come in that might be abortion minded. How do you work with those that have those thoughts or those questions or concerns?
Because every situation is different.
Yeah, it is. And we have these ladies who are in desperate situations, but we want to walk with them through that, give them options, because they feel like they don't have an option. They feel like their only option is to not have this baby because they don't have support. But we want them to know that we are going to be there for them. We have adoption information. If they have already had an abortion, we have an abortion recovery program. And that's something I would say it has a long-term effect on people when they have an abortion. And most people don't deal with it for years and years and years and years. So they're going through their lives struggling with this thing that is just such a hard thing to work through. And if you come to us and we are not going to judge. We're going to love you. We know that you've been through something incredibly difficult, so we're going to do what we can to help. I know, I'm getting a little teary. Sorry.
It's literally going to make me cry because I did not even know that y'all did anything like that, but that is so encouraging to me because
Yes, we do.
people have dealt with that. And I think that that's a great resource. I think it's similar to like us having divorce care here. It's just like part of life sometimes, and it's a hard thing to grapple with. And I think that having a resource for that is amazing. So I'm glad you
Wonderful
mentioned
lady
that.
that does classes, and it's until you've gone through that, no one understands. And she does a fantastic job, and I've seen her change some ladies' lives that have already been through an abortion.
Yeah. Most of these ladies are 40s, 50s, 60s
Yes.
that go to these classes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so it's just, can you imagine having
Yeah.
to deal with that for so many years before you give yourself forgiveness? You know? I just want to put my heart out there, like, we're here for you, you know, no matter what you've been through. And let us help you. If you're struggling and considering an abortion, just come talk to us.
Yeah.
We're going to love on you. We're going to pray for you if you'll let us. And we are going to try to connect resources and be there as a support. I feel like a lot of times in media and the way that pregnancy centers are perceived, they think we are pushing people out of abortions and just, you know, I feel like they think we're hateful.
Yeah.
But we just truly want to love them and let them know that they have support. So that's something that I feel like the perception sometimes, the political perception, the media perception of pregnancy centers, are a little skewed to
Yeah.
what actually happens on the inside. If you have that idea about us, come see us. I want you to
Yeah.
see what happens in
Yeah.
our center. Because there's so much love there.
Yeah.
You're going to walk out of there feeling so good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you're not just picking a side. You're not
No.
protesting for your
No.
belief or opinion.
We
I mean,
just,
Right.
we
You're working.
honestly
You're doing
just
the work.
want to love people.
Yeah.
And love them with the love that can only come from Christ.
Yeah.
It's better than anything else we could
right.
give them.
That's awesome. Well, I'm encouraged with like your compassion for all of these circumstances and families. I mean, you're still tenderhearted because this is hard work. I mean, just the little I know and then what you've shared so far, it's hard. You hear a lot of hard things. You experience a lot of hard things. And I'm sure some receive everything well and some may not. But
have those
just
too.
know
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
encouraged by you're still tenderhearted about it and passionate and excited. That's just
Right.
a blessing. I'm thankful for y'all.
Thank you.
Anything?
I don't think
You
so.
can think of?
I mean, I mean, heck, I'm gonna come start volunteering at the pregnancy center now. I hope people
Get
feel
over
like that
here.
listening to this because I felt like that,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
I do work a 9 to
So-
5, but you know, like you said,
We
special
are up until
projects
7 on Monday.
and whatnot. I mean, I have been over there some, you know, put the sign in for Serve Durant one year over there. So I mean, I feel like I hope that people listening are spurred on to do something like
Yeah.
volunteering or bringing what they can, or if you don't have anything to give, you can always pray
Absolutely.
for the center and support
There's
that way.
power
So.
in prayer.
Absolutely.
And we feel it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
We
That's
do.
We see many, many desperate situations that turn around. We've seen clients grow so much, and we
Oh,
know we've got many, many supporters in our corner praying for those people.
And that is so exciting
Yeah.
to see when you see somebody come in and they're so desperate and they don't know what they're doing, and then they've turned into these little flowers. I mean, you know,
That's
and
cool.
it just, it is so, that's what I'm saying, it's so rewarding
Absolutely.
to be a part of that.
Yeah.
It does seem like it. That's incredible. So that's the challenge to the church for those listening. Be a part, plug in. But for anyone listening out of interest in hearing about the pregnancy center and thinking, I need that, I need help. If that person is listening right now, how would you encourage them? And how could they get a hold of you? What are the steps they take? What's the first step?
So we don't have any qualifications like financially or anything
Okay.
like that. If you are pregnant, have a kid, or in need of any of our services, then you can come to us. We just have paperwork to fill out, and then we get you in for an appointment. You can reach out to us on our website, which is PCBCDurant.com. We also have our Facebook, Pregnancy Center Durant, that you can message us on. We have an Instagram. we have
there.
lots of outlets where
That's
you can
good.
reach out to us, and our phone number is 580-920-2229. Can call anytime because we do have a answering service that answers after hours, and can send us kind of a message and kind of make an appointment, and so we can give you a call back. But yeah, just reach out, come in,
Awesome.
walk in. I mean, we want to help.
Take walk-ins.
So
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take
Yeah.
walk-ins.
Okay.
sometimes it's busy, but we
Yeah.
will work to
Still
fit them
work.
in.
Make it happen.
And
We'll
all
still
of
make it work.
all of the contact stuff will be in the show notes, if you will, of
Yeah.
this episode, so that you can go and click on those links for the website, etc. If you're listening and you don't want to back up what Hannah said, you can just
You
go
can just
click on
Google
those.
Pregnancy Center Durant, and all of our
There
information
you go.
comes up too. So
Perfect. Yeah, well, I've learned a lot. And I'm
Me
very
too.
thankful for the work that you do. The mission is pretty clear for you, it seems like, but the work is hard in practice, very hard. So thank you for that work. Those that are listening, especially if you're a church member and we're in partnership, be a part. Leverage your life in some way with the mission that they're leveraging their life with, as we're called to do. So now go and make disciples of all nations.